So you want to start?
Yeah. So I'm gonna go first. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So my topic is alcohol, a ban of alcohol ban in India. So first of all, let me tell the meaning of a ban of alcohol. So many states in India has prohibited the sale of alcohol in their state. That this prohibition is known as the ban of alcohol. States like Gujarat and Nagaland are known as dry states. These states has these states have imposed these states are successful in imposing are somewhat successful in imposing the ban in alcohol. So let's talk about the purpose. Why the ban? What was the thinking behind this ban on alcohol? So the purpose that the government thought is was that the consumption of alcohol leads to domestic violence and other crimes against women, and somewhat the underlying motive of the government was to win the voters. In our directive principles of state policy, it is also been stated that government should work in the direction to reduce the intoxicants apart from use in the medicine other than medicinal purpose. But in order to implement these bans just for the political benefit of getting the votes, uh, the government of the government of the state government of Gujarat and Nagaland uh, is not only contributing to the increase in the offenders, uh, but also at the same time reducing is contributing at a large in the loss of revenue due to the exercise in the alcohol. So they can, in my belief, they can be they cannot be a complete ban on alcohol, because in a state like Gujarat the ban has been imposed since a decade, but still the alcohol is can be arranged, and it is black marketed, and but thus by these black marketing thing, uh, the illicit alcohol uh, that is not like, what do we say, that mixed with some poisonous chemicals, and that kachi sharab that we call it, so it leads to further deaths. And so we need a strong mechanism to regulate the alcohol. Ban of anything per se can only lead to increase in the number of offenders only. People will find a way to arrange alcohol or to do something. What do we need is to educate people to not to consume alcohol, to increase the taxes on these things, on these intoxicant things, so that the government work the government somewhat pushes to reduce the consumption of alcohol, and to educate people in that direction. Banning alcohol is not the solution from the beginning. In At last, I would like to say that alcohol is not good for consumption, but a small amount of alcohol leads to can be a good stress buster. It is proven. And uh, moderate of anything should not be banned. In recent, we have seen that US legalizing the uh, uh, US even legalized the possession of marijuana to some extent. So we should not ban on anything per se. We just need to regulate it more further. Thank you.
Good.
It was good. So we're going next.
You can speak, Surya.
Okay, then I'll start. Okay, so today I'm gonna speak on the topic sex education. Okay, so sex is a part of everyone's life. It is not something which is not supposed to be talked about. It is something which is, should be learned properly, which is, should be imparted as a part of everyday curriculum, every education to the students. So uh, with the present day technology, students and young children, youngsters, are youth are exposed to wrong conceptions and wrong thoughts about sex education. So where they are just exposed to something wrong, which is unnatural or which is something unsafe. So before being exposed to something like that, students in the children in the school must be educated with experts and teach from through experts or teachers about what should be done and what they generally they resort to an online source or something like that because of the changes of the hormones that takes place in the particular age of puberty age. That is the main reason they are like they tend to go search it online or something like that. So right before that age, if the things are taught in school, they are not going to go to go to the online and the internet and check something like that. So it is something that is to be teach. So like we have a very small in India, we have a very small portion of uh, our science textbook uh, teaching us sex education, but it is something which is, should be properly imparted to the students. In many schools and colleges, they are being like simply given as a self-study chapter or something like that, which the teachers are even like very shy or like I won't say shy. They are ignorant towards that chapter. They are not. They think that it's something which is, should not be taught to children. It's or something the students are not to be exposed to. But the reality is they are getting exposed to it in a wrong manner through a wrong source. And sex education is not just about the way of the action. It is something about that hormonal change that takes place, the bodily changes that occur in both male and female. It is about good touch, bad touch, everything takes place. These all are a part of the education, contraception, sexually transmitted diseases. Everything comes under sex education. It is not just about that particular action alone. So it is something which should be taught to children at the particular age of like at the age of somewhat around 15 to 18. That is from class 9 or 10 to 12, so they don't resort to some online source where they get to know about something say about sex education in a wrong manner. It is to be taught in school through experts, and also they should be taught about the contraceptive methods, and also they should also be taught about natural and unnatural way of sexual education sex. So it makes them get a proper channel and a proper what is it proper knowledge about what is a sex education. Thank you. So
Good, man. Can I give tomorrow?
सबको क्या हुआ है like
Arey,
मार्केट
I
में
didn't prepare. I have two things. One is the global South's assertion in geopolitics, and second, I'm thinking to choose some easy one like dowry.
Speak on dowry.
ना? Because such topic. एक मिनट बस अभी बोल रहा
हाँ, no issue.
we just want you to speak, that's all.
Mhm.
We just want to hear you speaking.
Mhm.
हूँ. Okay, man. Okay. Just a minute.
Okay.
बंद करके जाना. अच्छे से. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today, my topic for lecture is dowry system.
Who's ladies here? And in
I'm sorry.
in lecturate as
Good.
I want to know.
Good evening, gentlemen. My topic for lecture is dowry system. What is dowry? Dowry means when a father gives some amount of money or money, car, or any valuable items in the marriage to her daughter when she gets married. This system was practiced for many years in India, and still today we can see practices practiced in rural as well as urban sectors in our society. If I talk about the challenges of dowry system and why it was given, see, in rural India, people are generally poor. So a father chooses to give some money uh, uh, to the daughter when she gets some her husband's well employed. So, for example, a government employed person. So the dowry is given in a belief that he will keep his daughter safe and secure for her life. So these are the uh, so here the case is when the woman is not educated, but we can see also the examples in the urban sector where the women are educated, but still they give dowries to rich businessmen, people at very good gazetted a officers. And what are the solutions to this? See, I see many solutions to this problem. If I talk about the rural sector of India, the first solution I will say is educating the girl child. If a girl is educated, then see, giving dowry is not 100% guarantee that the person will make her daughter happy throughout the life. But he may, because there are many instances when a person asks for dowry and after sometimes he again asks for some gifts, and this process goes on for lifetime. But if a girl is educated, she will have a good job and can find a partner for herself. And there is a pressure in dowry. If a girl is educated and self independent, and she is employed somewhere, so she can take decisions to leave her husband in any moment, and she can also take care of her child's if such cases appears. So education is a very key role in solving these dowry problems. The second factor is having strict rules, because in the urban sector people are already educated, but still they when the husband asks for dowry, so they give it, and the rules are strict, but like people fear to complain because of the family status of the woman, of the families. The other part I would like to touch is I would like to give an example of Northeast state. And in Northeast, whenever the marriage happens, the everything the woman wears is goes from the bride's home. They don't take anything from the bride in Northeast, and this happens because they believe only in love marriage. So love marriage is a very good and a good way to come over dowry system, gentlemen. Thank you.
That's good.
Well, I didn't even prepare. It was extempore.